There are a lot of slow spots on the roads across the state. Want to give you an up-close and personal look at the conditions out there. News 8's Kent Pierce joins us live from the Mobile Weather Lab in New Haven this noon with more on conditions. Kent?
Yeah. Keith, right now we are going down Dixwell Avenue, which is a pretty major street, and you can see if you look out the windshield of the Mobile Weather Lab here is pretty well cleared, but you're going to see something in just a second. You're going to see two things actually coming up on the left-hand side of your screen in just a moment here. For one thing, you're going to see a plow going by, and boy, have these plows been busy. Whatever I say bad about the streets coming up here, it's not because these guys aren't trying, but here's one of the impediments to them, that guy walking in the street in front of the plow. He has to because a lot of the sidewalks aren't cleared. So those are the two things to keep in mind in urban areas, is you're going to see a lot of people walking in the street. Case in point right there on the left. Those folks can't get on the sidewalk because nobody has cleared it yet. The plows are working to clear the streets, but they have a lot of work ahead of them. They are clearing the main streets. They have gotten usually one lane of most side streets down so that they can get emergency vehicles down them. But there is still a lot of work left to do as people clean out their driveways, clear off their cars. That snow is ending up in the street, causing a problem for them. But also it's the fact that there are cars parked on the streets on both sides already so narrowed by snow mounds from previous storms. The streets are now so narrow in some cases it's tough to get a plow down them. Plus there's all the people who aren't clearing off their roofs, as you're seeing as we go by right there. So take it easy out there and be patient. People are working to clear these side streets, but it isn't easy. As we pass one, we don't even want to go down. Live in the Mobile Weather Lab in New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.
All right, Ken, a lot of challenges out there. Thank you. Also in New Haven, jet engines were brought in to clean the Metro North tracks to help out the trains. As we've been telling you, Metro North service was suspended this morning for a time. Service on the New Haven line is now on a Sunday schedule. Cities and towns are working very hard today trying to get those roads cleared. In New Haven, Mayor John DeStefano declared a snow emergency this morning. Our team coverage continues now with News 8's Crystal Haynes, and she joins us live from New Haven with a look at the situation in the Elm City. Crystal?
Well, you know, Keith, I've been saying it all along. Every time we get a big major winter blast, it's bananas out here. And certainly that is extremely appropriate in New Haven. I mean, check out this snowfall. I am standing, or rather sitting, half standing, on a pile of snow, just a fraction of what they've had to pick up here in the Elm City. Now, speaking of that press conference that Mayor DeStefano held just over an hour ago, he really had a lot of take-home points for folks. You definitely have to abide by these parking bans. You want to make sure your car's on the even side of the street. You want to stay out of downtown for the most part if you don't have to, because you can't park at any of the meters downtown without getting your car towed. And speaking of fines, we do know that starting tomorrow, if you have not cleared your walkways or your driveways, you will get a ticket, and that ticket is $100. Here's what he had to say.
What's difficult about this storm is that the prior storms have dumped so much snow on the city and trapped so many cars on the street that the road beds, which in New Haven tend to be narrower than other places, are particularly narrow, and this is a frustration for everybody I know. But if they just do common sense things, even side, get the car off the street, be patient, and help one another, that would be useful.
Absolutely, that would be useful, and that definitely is showing you why it's so important that you abide by all of these rules. Go to their website, the City of New Haven's website, for updates and what you need to know. Also, there's no trash pickup today, but certainly we've been talking about this all morning long, that it's been difficult to navigate through these snows, and if you haven't moved your car, that definitely, you may have some trouble doing that. And take a look at how folks were dealing with it earlier today.
It's a game of inches, you know.
About 13 plus inches in the Elm City alone, and digging out was no easy job. Is it frustrating though to see this?
I moved down here from Maine about a year ago, and this is, you know, more snow than there typically, but yeah, it's just snow.
Famous last words, but Mike Long's neighbor Magda is taking it in stride too, for a good reason.
I'm from Poland, so we're kind of used to snow, and schools don't close when there's a snowstorm, but here obviously everybody is panicked, and it hasn't been like that.
I'm not showing off, I'm just going to my house. Oh my God.
So I mean, well, let me stop you here. You've got A broom. What was that going to do for you?
I was hoping to sweep all the snow. No, it was kind of an easy way to uncover my car. That is not going to move at all.
All that work,
I can't believe we've gotten this much snow. It's unbelievable.
Are you kind of sick of it by now?
Yeah, yes and no. You know, all I want is a parking spot. You know, that's all I want in life is a parking spot.
One on the even side of the street, preferably. The city wants everybody to follow that parking plan for this and any other snowstorm. Perish the thought. Because it's just plain dangerous out there. All municipal offices were closed for the day, and not to mention school. The DPW has almost 500 miles of road to clear. Main drags first.
I don't know whether to give up or what.
Yeah, you know, lots of folks want to give up on all of this, but there is going to be some light at the end of the tunnel. They're going to do lots of snow removal as soon as they can get to clearing all the streets. For now, we're live here in New Haven. I'm Crystal Haynes, News 8, back to you.